This is music, and this is quite literally VCLT. So this is a contribution to Metal Connections VCLT challenge. Metal Connection is a YouTube channel that I just pretty much discovered very recently, so I haven't seen that many of his videos, but the ones I've seen are very good, very interesting. It's a channel devoted to collecting music on physical media, and definitely go and check it out. It's a channel that I really want to check out much more than I have. But lots of CDs are shown on that channel. Lots of metal, really great metal, and I really like his background setting. Actually, it looks like the corner of an indie record slash CD store. I really like that. So go and check out his channel. But he's issued a challenge. And the challenge is fun, and it's kind of simple. The rule is show one or more albums whose titles begin with V, C, L, and T. Yeah. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show 4 vinyls. So one vinyl whose title begins with V, one whose title begins with C, one whose title begins with L, one whose title begins with T, and then I'm going to do the same thing with just 4 CDs. Okay, so here we go. So the first vinyl is Sozer Mez's Vizier of Wasteland. This is a very interesting and maybe kind of obscure Sherman Denner project. It was only pressed in 1,000, maybe even only a 500, I don't remember, copies. So there aren't that many copies, and it was released on their own label. But that's the V vinyl, Vizier of Wasteland, and that's an OG, by the way. The next one is not an OG, it's a reissue. It's Atomkraft, they're Conductors of Noise, just so you can see that it does begin with a C. So that's the C1, Conductors of Noise. This is a reissue. The next one is also a reissue, but sadly it came with a seam split. Well, who cares? AC/DC's Let There Be Rock. So that's the L1, one of my favorite bands of all time, a legendary hard rock band, Let There Be Rock. So there you go. And the last one, the T album, is another reissue. That is Sacrilege's Turn Back Trilobite. This one with the great kind of spacey cover. So that is VCLT with, vinyls. So let's turn to the CDs and get some VCLT going on with CDs. So the first one, the V1, is Heathen Victims of Deception. Tasty thrash metal, I gotta say. Really great stuff. The next one might be a bit obscure, I don't know. But that's the C1, Disneyland After Dark, later known as DAD, Call of the Wild. This is kind of like country, western, and punk-inspired rock music. And it sounds much better than my description makes it out. It's actually very good stuff. There's some really good songs on this one. It's not metal. They later on actually kind of became a hard rock and almost metal band, but this is, I think it was referred to as Cowpunk, but that's Call of the Wild. That's the C. The next one, kind of inspired by Mr. Boulder's 10 innovative albums. He mentioned this one. That was not his choice, but he mentioned it. Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill. So that's the L1, Licensed to Ill. A legendary rap album with rock elements as well, because these guys, the Beastie Boys, were actually a punk band, so they could play their instruments. So there are some pretty good riffs on here, and I think it's on No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I think there's a Kerry King solo even on it, so there's a Metal Connection. Rhymin' and Stealin' is also based on a riff that sounds a lot like Sweet Leaf by Black Sabbath, but a great album in my opinion. And the T is Hallows Eve's Tales of Terror, you know, kind of like classy thrash speed metal. So there you go, VCLT and CDs as well. So that was a contribution to Metal Connections VCLT challenge. As I said, I am going to check out his channel because I've only just discovered it pretty much. I've, you know, seen some of his videos. They're great. So if you like collecting CDs and music media and metal, definitely go and check out his channel. Thanks for watching.